The forest. Snow White ran through the forest without stopping anywhere. Tears streamed down her face as she blindly tried to escape and find a place to hide from the wicked queen. Thorns and nettles stung her. She tripped and fell over the roots of giant trees and brambles, tore her clothes and her skin. Bleeding and terrified, she was about to give up all hope when the animals in the forest seemed to sense her plight. The birds noticed her first as she roamed in the forest, looking scared and lost. The birds then told the rabbits, and then the rabbits told the deer. The deer quietly picked up Snow White's scent. One of them tracked her down and nudged her gently with her nose. Snow White was amazed to see such a gentle and beautiful being in the middle of the forest. She hugged the deer and wept bitterly. Having cried, suddenly she felt a lot better. She looked around her and saw that the darkness of the forest was about to end. The deer began to nuzzle her dress and seemed to be pulling her in a particular direction. "Where are you taking me?" asked Snow White. The deer did not speak, but looked at her with its big brown soft eyes as if to say, "Don't be afraid, just follow me." Snow White decided to go along with the deer. After walking for about 15 minutes, she came upon a little clearing in the forest. Right in the middle of the clearing was a tiny little cottage surrounded by the most beautiful garden that she had ever seen. It was filled with flowers of all the colors of the rainbow. She knew that the deer had brought her here because she would be safe in this little cottage. She kissed her new friend goodbye and gingerly opened the little white gate leading to the cottage. "Hello, is anybody at home?" asked Snow White as she knocked at the door softly. No one answered the door, so she crept inside to take a peek. An amazing sight greeted her. It was a neat little house. She had walked into the drawing and dining area. She saw 7 little sofas, 7 chairs at the dinner table, 7 cups, 7 saucers, 7 glasses. Everything was in sevens. Everything seemed to be small in size. "I wonder if this is some sort of a children's playhouse," thought Snow White as she looked around. Snow White noticed a quaint little winding staircase going up. She called out from below, "Yoo-hoo! Is anybody in the house? I need to talk to you." When no one responded, she decided to investigate further and slowly climbed the little staircase. As she reached the top of the staircase, she found herself in a sort of a smallish dormitory. There were 7 beds laid out in a row, all neatly done with their matching quilts. The beds looked so inviting that Snow White realized just how exhausted she was. Since the beds were too small to accommodate her, Snow White just collapsed right across all of them and fell into a long and deep sleep.